Alright guys, welcome back to Andy Plays DGV. We're here for the final round of week 2 of the DGV Players Tour. It's Northern Breeze time. We've done okay so far. We've got 6 under on Emporia, 8 under on Nokia the Beast, and should have really been 8 under on Maple Hill as well, if not for a rather disastrous last hole. Let's see how we can do with Northern Breeze. Some holes I like on this course. There's other holes on this course that are a bit of a lottery. But we'll do our best. So let's jump in. Starting off on hole 1. This is a harp hole for me. I come and point middle chevron kind of down in this corner here. And in a 1 wind, I'll give it a full disc worth of Anheuser flex. In this wind, probably going to give it a little bit more. Maybe a disc and a half, just a little bit more. Oh no, too much. Wow, that's a terrible start. Oh god. Okay, now we've got a real tough... We've got to throw this in. Come on, drop. Oh shit. Oh, okay, lay it up, lay it up, lay it up. I don't want anything to do with this. Should have just laid it up to start with. Oh god, we're going to take a triple bogey. Oh. Well, there we go. That's the whole tournament gone and ruined right there. In one hole. One hole with a bad wind. I'd be lying if I didn't say I'm mortified. If I'm very disappointed right now. I'm mortified. That's the word I was looking for. I've been going so well. It's been such a good tournament. Been playing well. Put so much practice in. And then for one hole, just for it all to disappear is really heartbreaking. Anyway, we move on. Hole 2. I found... This isn't a new line, but I kind of come up with my own way of playing this hole. Previously, I always used to throw the sapphire, the high route, and go around the side. But I find that to be quite inconsistent. It's a little bit of a lottery. And coming into these rounds, I wanted a bit more of a concrete, play on each hole. So I discovered that the claymore straight down the middle is actually a really, really nice shot. So slide to the left, put the middle chevron in between these 2 rocks here. And in a 1 wind, I'd give it like half a disc of hyzer. In this wind, this is a windbreak disc, so it's not going to have as much wind effect. I'm just going to give it a little bit of Anheuser with the idea that we miss that tree, bounce off this bank, and come right up to the basket. You would think that it's quite a risky shot because there's those gaps in the walls. Actually, I think I must have thrown this 20 plus times in practice for this round. And I think only once did I ever go off the side there, and that's because I got a really, really unlucky kick and it skipped up and then just rolled off. The rest of the time, it always bounces around, but never goes, or almost never goes off the side. Coming into hole 3. This is a hole that I'm not very good at. I'll just be honest, I'm not very good at this hole. I'm not very good at this course, actually. It's a course that I don't have 3 stars on in around the valley, actually. This putt, this is what I don't like about this hole. This putt is really hard. And I struggle with it a lot. Especially in this wind. Yeah, missed it. I'm not surprised. Boom, there we go. Alrighty, on to hole 4. I like this hole. Once you work out how to play this hole, I like this hole. Before I worked out how to do it, I used to hate this hole because I could never get the disc to fly straight down the middle. Here's the trick. Take the glide, accurate glide, sapphire, slide to the left. Put your middle chevron down here on this, this rock down here. And then in this one wind, it's just a little bit of hyzer. And then it will go off to the side, fly straight down the middle, and you'll get nearish the green. You'll be within putting range of the green anyway. Within 30 meters in you know, rough directions. Doesn't always work. The winds can be a bit off-putting. If you get a really, really strong left to right or right to left, it can be real tricky to kind of keep the disc flying straight down the fairway. But the rest of the time, you just slightly adjust the hyzer angle, and you can get it to fly pretty straight down the fairway. This hole, this is one of the lottery holes. Never know what I'm gonna hit. Kind of aim the top chevron kind of in this, the bottom of this black bit here, and then in this wind, I think it's just straight pullback, and then there's a gap that opens up. Should have put some hyzer on it. Oh dear. Slide down the hill. So what I mean about this hole is a lottery, and crap. We're completely blocked off. Get in there. I just kind of randomly threw that kind of out of frustration, if I'm being honest. And we got there. Okay, big shout out to, oh god, I can't remember how to say his name. Bananamam. Bam-Mananam. I think his real name's Daniel. Anyway, he's one of the top 10 players in the world. He started a YouTube channel, and he did some like breakdowns of these courses, and he showed an ace line for this hole that if you don't know about, you should try this because it's really good. Previously, I would play this hole with taking a glide driver, aiming just to the right of this tree here and sticking a load of hyzer on it. But you don't need to do that. Take the accurate glide sapphire, slide to the left, put the pointer on top of this rock here, and then in a one wind it's a straight pullback. In this wind I'm going to put a bit of hyzer on it, let's say half a disc of hyzer. Go in, go in, go in, go in. Wow, it's close. Now obviously with a lot of ace lines it involves luck, but it's pretty good. I've got it, I'd say 2 or 3 times in practice. There is a slight bit of danger that you can hit the cage and go flying off the edge. That also does happen. Oh my god. We're 6 holes down and I'm only 1 under. I need to birdie all 3 of these holes, which is a tough ask, especially with this hole. I think on one of my I was doing some practice, and I did this hole 10 times in a row, and I didn't birdie it once. So, yeah, I got high hopes for this. If you don't know about this play, I think this has turned into the standard play now. It used to be a while ago that you'd try and like drive your way as far as possible off the tee. Oh, I've moved it. Shoot. I think it was around there. But now basically you take default aim, accurate roll sapphire, change it to forehand, and then in a one wind just pull it straight back or adjust for wind. And unfortunately I moved it from default aim, but I've somehow managed to blag it, I think. And then the second shot is actually the tricky one. This is kind of the key shot. I'm going to take the paradigm and I'm going to aim at this bush up here, this one right here, and then in this wind just a little bit of hyzer, and then bounce off the rock, please. No, into the rock. And then hopefully you skip down the fairway towards the basket. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty frustrated right now. Oh, you can throw the harp to it behind the tree. Slide to the left. There we go. And in for par. 2 more holes. This hole, slide to the right. Accurate glide sapphire. Kind of aim down here. Straight pull back. Miss that tree. Come round, miss this tree. Oh, you kind of ideally want to get over that hill a little bit more. This is a tricky putt as well because it's so far downhill, and if you miss, there is oblivion behind the basket. Oh, I thought I'd miss that. Last hole. Once again, big shout out to Bamananam. I think I got it this time. This is a hole that I've experimented with numerous aim points and hyzer angles, and I've never found something that really works. But he's shown the way. So I'm glad that it's a 1 wind anyway, because once again the wind on this hole can mess you up. Slide to the right, put the top chevron on the top of this roof here, like that. And then in a 1 wind, it's a full disc of hyzer. And then the aim, this is going to be a little bit left. And OB, yada. The aim is that if you slide straight down the middle of this, tunnel here, you'll slide up to the basket and stop. If you go either side, then, well, you just saw what happens. You bounce up and you go OB. Yeah, let's see if we can get this to go in. There we go. So, finish what? 2 under. Oh, yeah. Man, that's so frustrating. What could have been? So let's see what reward we get. Oh, it's a choose one. And they're all pants. I'll re-roll these. I'll be back in 1 moment. Alright, we're back after the re-roll, and we've got a load of junk. I guess the lots. Okay, so let's check the standings. How do we do? 10, 17, or 23? Alright, let's see. Tied 84, 23 under. If we'd got to 24, we'd have been tied 60. And if we got to 25, we'd have been tied 39. Wow. Yeah, definitely disappointed. I'll have to try harder next week. There is always next week. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. And remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.